Back to school season is fast approaching, but as a rise in COVID cases loom, Arlington residents are worried about the return to school as some areas see a spike. But the Arlington School Committee is putting together a plan that will hopefully put their minds at ease. In July, the state saw a marked increase of cases involving the Delta variant. Arlington is no exception. The state recommended on July 30th that residents who have an increased risk of catching the virus, including school children, wear a face covering indoors. Arlington Public Schools worked with the Department of Health and Human Services to create a safe back-to-school plan during the pandemic recovery process.
We're still thinking about a lot of the same things we were thinking about last year. We want to make sure all of our health and safety protocols are in place. And we also need to think about instruction in a different way than we had to even last year.
After collaborating with more than 90 participants from across the community, Homan presented the plan to the school committee on Thursday, August 12th. Their core goal? To ensure a full and consistent in-person return for all students. The plan addresses masking guidelines, COVID testing, monitoring of cases, sanitizing of classrooms, and social distancing. To pinpoint what was most effective, the committee looked to trends across the country.
What we're doing in Arlington is very similar to what's being heralded in California. The headlines say California teacher vaccine mandate, but it's really the same thing we're doing. It's vaccinate or be tested weekly.
With cases increasing, the district deems it necessary that students and staff wear masks, but will not require that everyone be vaccinated. Those who are not vaccinated must provide a weekly negative test. The committee plans to monitor contact tracing and case rates during the school year and will adjust regulations accordingly.
When we see that case rates really start to go down, we can explore whether or not it's safe enough to take masks off.
The committee has been following recommendations from the CDC, but they are challenged by the fluid nature of CDC guidance.
I think what we decide today may shift and change by the start of school based on data that we're seeing in camps and different groups we're working with now, various positive, and it may change by September 15th, September 30th. It could change based on the data. The goal being we want kids in school.
As challenges arise, the plan is to consistently reevaluate.
We know that when we need to go back to the drawing board, we can take out the policy we have, we can incorporate whatever new information that we have, we can assess it against the conditions here. So the CDC also is setting guidelines for an entire country, whereas Massachusetts is setting for an entire state. And here at the local level, we need to think about what it's like here in Arlington.
With each revision of the plan, the committee has made sure to include the community's input, because mitigating the impact of the pandemic has on families' learning and teaching experiences is the goal.
It has been an exceptionally challenging year for families. And I know this professionally and from experience. And with the community members who participated in developing it, demonstrate that we're committed to this collaborative approach with families. And also, of course, to get those guidelines out there soon enough that families have an opportunity to ask a lot of questions about it.
Through public forums, families will have the chance to discuss the new plan before its final release. With that in mind, Superintendent Homan expresses high hopes for this year.
I hope what families will see over the next several weeks is a commitment to building that connection and recognizing that that's really at the core of what we do as teachers. We're really excited about the start of the school year. We cannot wait to get everybody back in the buildings.
Now, the plan is subject to change with the community's feedback in mind. The committee is set to release the plan at the end of August, just in time for the school year. For ACMi News, I'm Alexandria Acacia.